Hi, my name's Steve Martili at freedomeducation.ca, and I got another video for you on, in this case, it's going to be on belief. Now, here's an interesting set of statistics that I found, and I want to share with you. According to polls, almost all Americans, about 88% of them, have made a New Year's resolution this past year. The bad news is that half of them will have broken that promise by January 2nd, the second day into the year. And more than 90% of those resolutions will have been forgotten by April 1st of this past year. Here's the big question, why? Now, if you've been watching my blog or even the videos or reading the articles on my blog for any period of time, you know I'm big on beliefs. And you know that that's a big component of anyone's success. And I'm not talking about limiting beliefs, although those are what created a lot of resistance in our lives. I'm talking about empowering beliefs. Beliefs that convince you that you are worthy of something, convince you that you can achieve something, and regardless of what that is. Now, most people are so delusioned with their beliefs that they just take the ones that they get. They take the ones from the people in their environment. They take the ones from the people in their home. They take the ones from the people in their family or their coworkers. And if you look at it, if you take 5 people in your life, maybe 5 of your friends, and take your average salary, you'll quickly see that you're within 10% of the salary that they're making. Why is that? Because of beliefs. So what stops people from, people love setting goals, but like to go to a point where 88% of people make a New Year's resolution and get to April 1st and have done nothing with them or forgotten about them, the big question is, why does that happen? To me, it's obvious. It's belief. If you know that you can do something, you're more likely to take action towards it. And that's the key. If you're going to take action towards it and build action that keeps you in momentum, that keeps you moving towards your goals, then ultimately you're going to achieve it. If you set a goal to earn $100,000 next month, you might not get it next month. It might be the month after, a month after that, but there are going to be a couple months or a few months where you don't make that. In other words, you've got to take action, get some sort of contrast, see what's working for you, what's not working for you, and then at some point, with a little bit of trial and error, you see what works, what feels right for you, and you make the 100,000. But you've got to take action. So at the end of the day, if you believe something's true for you, you know you can do it, you know it's within your capability, you know you're worthy of it, then you're likely to take action towards it. So in other words, belief precedes action. And you've heard me say this before, thoughts lead to feelings, lead to actions, which leads to results. In this case, what I'm saying is beliefs are those thoughts that lead to the feelings, which lead to the actions, which leads to your results and new behaviors. So when it comes right down to it, the reason that almost all Americans, 90% of them, in this specific poll, had forgotten about their goals is because they didn't believe they could do it. So where most of your attention should be, regardless of where you are this year, because there's only a couple months left in this year. There's just over a couple months left this year. If you haven't achieved your goals yet, you still got a couple months to make it happen. But if you don't believe it's going to happen, and the way to test that is to just go to ask yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I know I can absolutely do this, and 1 being that's not going to happen, where am I? If you're not an 8, 9, or 10 in terms of your belief, and you can generate that belief consistently, knowing that you can follow through, that you can achieve this goal, then it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for you. And if you're not there next year, or the year after, or the year after that, you got to stop blaming the economy, you got to stop blaming other people, and you got to stop blaming the marketing or sales that you're not doing. Those are important skills. But ultimately, if you don't believe it's going to be happening for you, if you don't believe it's true for you, it won't happen at all. So here's my challenge to you here. This is what I suggest. There's a 7-day experiment, manifestation experiment that I have on my blog. I set that up with an intention so that people who would manifest something in 7 days would go ahead and try the 30-day manifestation experiment. Expand their, comfort zone. Try something a little bit more, more of a commitment, but also more compelling, something a little bigger for them. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to make a commitment at least for 30 days because it takes 60 to 90 days to change a belief. So if you're spending the first 30 days doing this exercise, the one that I'm specifying below, then what happens is you're going to start changing your beliefs. It's a fantastic way to really experience the world, to really know that you're at the cause of it. So here's my commitment to you, or here's what I'm asking you to do. Look at the 30-day experiment. Look at the 3 steps that I offer in there. Take the challenge and do it for at least 30 days. And do it for another 30 days. And if you can, do it for 3 months. Because it does take that long to change your beliefs. Now, if you get to the end of that 90 days and your life is no different than it is today, then forget about it. Move on with your life. But at least you've given it a shot. My name's Steve Martile at freedomeducation.ca. Thanks for listening and watching. You can subscribe to my email newsletter. If you want more cool videos like this, thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.